How we doing, everybody? Rick Foss here again from District 109, running for state representative. District 109 is the south side of Gilman Street down to the Sydney line, and from Oakland over to the Kennebec River. As you've seen through the videos, we're discussing bills that have come through the 129th and how we're represented, and the reason I think that I don't think Waterville is being represented correctly. So today's bill is LD 262, an act to protect law enforcement and corrections officers by creating the crime of aggravated assault on an officer. Let me pull that bill up here for you so we can see this. There it is. Senator Searway brought it to the legislature. The House voted on it on May 14th of last year. And so I want to let me bring this up here. This bill was pretty heavily sponsored and co-sponsored, should I say. And our own representative co-sponsored on it. So liking the sounds of it already. This bill, again, came on the 14th of May of last year. Let's put that out of the way and bring this in. So again, just like every other video that I show you, I'm going to put the links down at the bottom so you can see all this information for yourself. Quite a few people testified in committee about it, including our own Jessica Liberty from Ward 1. If you go to the links under the committee info tab, you'll see all of the people that testified either for or against this bill. Miss Liberty voted, was testifying for the bill. And so the summary of this, sorry, getting a little off track here. The summary of the bill is the bill changes the crime of assault on an officer to include offensive physical contact and creates the crime of aggravated assault on an officer, which includes assaults against law enforcement officers and corrections officers and other corrections personnel which is modeled on the crime of aggravated assault. Awesome. So this video is a little different this time. What I wanted to do is I wanted to get it straight from the boots on the ground down there in Augusta, and let them talk about this bill. So let me get this out of the way. So I had a chance to talk with Senator Searway and Representative Perkins and ask him a couple of questions. Senator Searway is going to talk about why he created this bill. Then I'm going to bring Representative Perkins on and show you what he had to say about the bill. And then I asked Mr. Perkins why he thought this bill didn't make it. While we're saying that, this is what happened to this bill. It came out of committee as a majority ought not pass. So, okay, let's get to the video. Let's show you what Mr. Searway and Mr. Perkins had to say, and we'll go from there.
Scott Searway, and I represent District 16, which carries over Waterville, Winslow, Fairfield, Benton, Albion, and Clinton, and Unity Township. And I'm going to talk today about an act to protect corrections officers and law enforcement as far as assault on them is in a sense where it's aggravated assault and it's targeting them. And this bill I brought forward because many police officers and corrections officers was being targeted. And as you remember in the news, you saw several situations where police officers were shot right in their cruisers when they were doing no situation. They were just in their cruiser sitting there talking on the microphone or maybe doing paperwork or whatever. And in fact, one of our DARE officers got shot in the cruiser as well. And then another one where we had a DARE officer was in his home. The family was not there, and they raided. The guy intentionally wanted to kill him, and so he broke into his house and attacked the police officer, and the police officer had a gun on him and shot the guy. So, and then we had right here in Maine, we had a situation where Um, uh, had a corrections officer right in the prison that got stabbed by a prisoner with a shank. And so those are intentional acts, and that they are targeted for a reason. And we are trying to protect our law enforcement officers. They have a right to be safe and to be able to go home to their families.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you, Senator Searway, for taking your time out of your busy schedule. You're as busy as I am, so but great information right from the author of the bill. So now let's talk. Let's bring Representative Perkins in here and let him speak about the bill.
Representative Mike Perkins from Oakland and Sydney, representing District Number 77. Been asked to talk about LD 262, presented to us on May 14th of last year. A bill to protect police officers, correction officers from assault or people planning to assault them. And I voted for this to go and be passed through. Good bill. Is there to protect our police officers. You know, the ones that come to protect us when our homes are being broke into, or we're in an automobile crash, or the ones that have to come to you and tell you that your child has been badly hurt in an accident. Yes, those ones, the ones that protect us. I thought it was time for us as a general public to step up and protect them. I voted for that bill simply because of that. The police officers are targeted many times, and as times now continue and are getting worse, we need to protect our police officers. That's why I voted for it. And if it comes through again, I'll vote again the same way. We need to take and protect the police officers as much as they are in need of protecting us.
Thank you, Representative Perkins. Appreciate your time. As a side note, both of these gentlemen are retired law enforcement. So, you know, this is why they got on board with these bills. So then I asked Mr. Perkins why he thought this bill didn't make it. And this is what he had to say about that.
If you read down through, it's a party line vote. Often we find things that happen that way in the party and they'll just come right down to party. It was the right thing to do to vote for this bill, as far as I'm concerned, and it was a very wrong thing to do when they voted against it. Matter of fact, I spoke very highly about this on the floor and said that if you don't want to support the police, maybe you shouldn't call them. Again, that's just my internal feeling, being a retired police officer of 34 years. I will support the police forever. And I think that this is simply a party line vote. I cannot understand. I don't understand why you would not want to support your police department, your fire department, your correction officers. It just needs to be done. Again, Representative Mike Perkins, Oakland, representing District Number 77.
Again, thank you, Representative Perkins. Senator Searway, appreciate your time. Great bill, and you know I like hearing words right straight from Augusta. So it came out of committee as not passed. Our own representative co-sponsored it, and I said, wondered why it didn't pass. But then I dug a little further, and again, this goes back to why I'm running. I don't think we're being represented the way that we should be in Augusta. And our own representative voted against his own bill. And I don't understand why. This is a good bill. We should be protecting the people that put their lives on the line for us any way we can. Doesn't matter if it's police, corrections, first responders. I just think this was a good bill. It should have passed all day long. This is why I'm in this race. I'm Rick Foss, Vote for me on November 3rd. Let me go to work for you down in Augusta. Thank you.